case is now shifting towards the Juvenile Justice Board, which bailed the drunk driver out after killing 2 people. Now, trouble is likely to mount for the JJB member, Dr. Danwade, who had reportedly asked the accused teen to write a 300-word essay on road safety as one of the bail conditions. Remember, clearly that had snowballed into this entire matter that we looked at. Now, later, Dr. Danwade, who is a non-judicial member of the Juvenile Board, was also criticized for riding a two-wheeler without a helmet. You're looking at the visuals of the same on your screens right now. And now his trouble is set to mount. A 125-page report by Maharashtra's Women and Child Development highlights serious lapses in the JJB judgment. The report, in fact, further highlights how laws were overlooked and medical reports were ignored. Additional charges by the Pune police were also left unobserved, and amid the accusations, the JJB member under question may even face suspension. Let me take those points across to my colleague Nilesh, joining me live on the broadcast. Nilesh, a very good morning. Given the fact with how we've seen this entire timeline of the case panned out, this was probably one of the accusations would have come early on in terms of the fact that the accusations we look at against the officials, that is. Now, the latest that we're picking up here are serious lapses that are coming to light.
Well, absolutely, and various agencies involved into this matter have been into questioning. Their functioning have been into questioning since day one. And with this committee being formed in order to review the order that was passed by the Justice Juvenile Board, Board has filed a 125-page report in which it has made some serious observations against the non-judicial members which are, put up by the state government, which are recruited by the state government. So this 125-page report, which has been exclusively accessed by Times Network, states that how various reports have been ignored since day one. And it wasn't just the blood report which was submitted by the Pune police, but also various other medical reports which were attached with this particular file, which has been ignored since day one by the non-judicial member. However, when it was passed to various other judicial members, since the JJB comprises of 3 members, 1 being appointed by center and 2 being non-judicial member appointed by state. So including these other 2 members also approved this document, which were completely unlawful, unjust and unprofessional. This is being quoted by what we have accessed by this 125-page report. So this page report suggests that during weekdays the JJB functions from Monday to Friday in full capacity. However, on Saturday, Sunday, a roster needs to be prepared and the name of the judge would be put up on board. However, the observation was made that no such roster was into existence, which in itself is illegal, unlawful. And the committee has found that it wasn't just one non-judicial member which has overlooked and ignored the amendment by police, which was later mentioned by the Pune police, but also other members involved overlooked and are equally responsible for their act. And the most controversial element of this case was when judgment of writing an essay was given as a punishment. Speaking exclusively to Times Now, our sources reveal that these punishments are somewhat listed into a punishment section which is given after the juvenile is sent into observation center. However, in this particular case, it was given even on the day the minor was present before the court. So again, it is an unlawful act, an unprofessional act, stating to which the 125-page report also has recommended various training modules. Almost about 20 pages of a training module is being attached into this report, which suggests how the JJB members are unprofessional and untrained, and a new training module is being suggested for future references. So such cases, such ignorance could be avoided. The committee also listed that the proof, the observations which has been taken in front or recorded by various attaching various documents are enough for proving these 2 non-judicial members as culprits, and hence in near future their termination is also very much likely.
Right, Nilesh. In fact, as you put things into context for us, you also made a reference of that exclusive on Times Network. We listen into that first, and I'll come back to you on more perspective of the same.
Notice is only for the non-judicial members.
It is for the non-judicial members.
So are we expecting their termination because there has been some discrepancies which have been found and the order which were given were unlawful and unprofessional?
No comments on that. We'll see.
So do you think their suspension would be taking place and after this your report will be submitted to High Court?
Let us see how things unfold.
At prima facie, do you agree that there has been unlawful activities or some documentation were overlooked by the JJB members?
No comments.
So do you think the suspension will be taking place after this report?
Let us see. Let us see. We'll submit the report to government.
Sir, any points you can mention since it is a 125 page, any discrepancies that you find out?
Not now. We cannot discuss now that issue.
Nilesh, you tried, of course, getting that perspective. It is evasive answers, but more importantly over here, if you were to talk about the manner in which this is panned out, is very important for action to come through, because that will serve as an example so that we don't see any such cases again.
Well, definitely. And so as this report also mentions that there has been no accountability since the formation of JJB. And mentioning the data, it is about more than 17,000 cases which are, pending into JJB. And hence, a more accountable approach should be taken. The JJB members which are appointed needs to be trained and trained in a professional manner with knowledge of legal aspects should also be done. And these are some serious observations and recommendations which are made by this 125-pager report. A show cause notice has also been submitted. About 3 to 4 days are given to these non-judicial members to put up their say. And after this, analyzing their say, complete report will be prepared, which would be later put up at High Court, and a judgment would be passed, and which would at moment which seems more likely that suspension of these two non-judicial members are to happen will be taking place. In this suggestion, the report also suggests that taking accountability of the JJB members, every month a report would be submitted to the Zilla Adhikari, and also every 3 months the data will be presented to the High Court. So near future such cases, such controversial cases would be avoided. But what has come to light is that various agencies which are functioning are in doubt, and the manner of their approach towards such serious offences are taken very lightly and into an unprofessional manner. And these are not my words, but the words that have been highlighted into this 125-pager report, which have been constituted by a 5-member committee, which has been headed by the Commissioner of Women and Children Development Department.
Right, Nilesh. Thank you very much for getting us an overall perspective, and more importantly as to where things stand in this particular case, which is of course important to note for the moment. But for now, we're going to have to leave it at that. Let's shift our focus to more that we're tracking on the morning show. In fact, the NCERT's revised political science